Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wawa, and I am back with another best of 3 series. It is still coming in from the Blizzcon 2011 event. We have BratOk will be spawning at the bottom left corner of the map as the blue Terran. His opponent is going to be MTW's Dimaga, who will be spawning at the top right corner of the map as the red Zerg. Map we have right now is indeed Shakur's Plateau. It is a 4-player map. We have 2 Sanaga Towers in the middle, and this map is pretty much played out already all throughout this tournament. If I remember correctly, I already casted like 3 best of 3 series from BlizzCon, and all of them started with Shakur's Plateau as their first match map. So it's kind of interesting to see that, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's just a coincidence and such. Maybe all of these are pretty much on the same round. By the way, this is from the losers bracket of that tournament. So these guys are just pretty much just playing for the last best of 3 that they're ever gonna play in this tournament. So whoever loses this will go home as pretty much a loser, and then whoever wins this is gonna pretty much be moving on and try to win some money out of that $88,000 prize pool that Blizzard has. So a little bit of background information from both of these guys. We have BratOk. BratOk. Well, pretty much at first is the FXO division, or the European division of Team FXO, which is pretty cool. It has Strelok in that team as well. And BratOk is a Russian player. He is a pretty solid Russian player. He qualified through the Eastern Europe Blizzcon Invitational qualifiers, alongside with his opponent right now, actually with NTW Dimaga. Dimaga is a Ukrainian player, and he also qualified by the means of the tournament that BratOk joined to get to this point. If I remember correctly, Dimaga was first in that tournament, and then BratOk was second in that tournament. BratOk, or Dimaga, excuse me, is actually one of those aggressive Zerg players that you actually like to see and watch, like July Zerg and such. But then again, he can actually pretty much switch it up as well whenever he needs to. As we are seeing right now, we have a early hatchery right here from Dimaga. Most likely that happened, or that was popped down around the 15 food count. And we do have spawning pool on the way as well. And we do have 2 barracks on the way right here for BratOk. So this is gonna be pretty interesting as how many Marines is he gonna make out of those 2 barracks. Most likely he's gonna make a lot, because he might want to go for a little bit of harassment, as he doesn't want to waste those monies that he invested in both of those barracks, or at least one of those 2 barracks. As one barracks is good enough, the second one is pretty much extra, and you need to use it at least a little bit. I don't know, we'll see as this game progresses. One SCV is gonna be making it right here in the main base of Dimaga right now. Where's the queen? No queen actually this far, as we do have spawning pool just finishing, and 2 queens are on the way right now for Dimaga. As we say that, we have a command center going down right here for BratOk. So it is 26 against 22 right now in favor of the red Zerg. Nothing really happening thus far, and no gas actually, by the way, for BratOk just yet. And as I say that, we have 2 gas being popped down right here. So this is gonna be pretty interesting for BratOk's opening, as we might see a little bit of tech play right here, as there is 2 refinery. Usually you want that much gas whenever you're gonna go for a tech build. Maybe we're gonna see some, not really 1-1-1, maybe a variation of the 1-1-1 play where he's still gonna go for starport and such. But I think it's gonna be pretty difficult though to pull off a Banshee harass, because it's pretty much late already. It's after the 5-minute mark, where you're supposed to have the Banshee already right here harassing the base of Dimaga, but still though, it is not even starting. So we might not see that. We might just see some typical blue flame openings from the BratOk as well. Spine crawler going down, a queen and a queen on both bases. Very nice. No gas as well here for Dimaga, so both players really just, I think they know each other's playstyle already, and they're pretty much confident about going for very late gases. And especially in this map, we have 35 against 32 right now in favor of the blue Zerg. Still, we have 2 or 4 Marines right there at the front. Maybe he's just faking. Maybe he wants Dimaga to think that he's pumping out like a gazillion Marines on the floor, but then again, there are 8 Marines on the floor. But that's not really enough to threaten Dimaga to make a lot more Zergings that he needs to, as there is indeed a spine crawler up there as well. We have a 3rd queen on the field as well. We have the factory almost done for the BratOk, excuse me. So I'm curious to see what we're gonna see after. Oh, we have 2 starports going down here for BratOk, so he is gonna go for double Banshee harassment most likely, because you don't really need two starports to pump out like 2 medevacs, because you can just use a reactor with 1 starport. Most likely that's the case, or maybe even, I don't know, it's pretty hard to tell. Maybe he's gonna commit to airplay on this map, as it is pretty possible because of those cliffs on all throughout the map. You can take advantage of those, and it's pretty useful as well. Maybe battle cruisers, you never know, you never know. We have another hatchery going down right here for Dimaga as well. That's gonna be the third hatchery for Dimaga. That's pretty much the, what do you call it, artillery I don't know, artillery hatchery that Terrans or Zergs usually like to use to help out their production, as we do have 2 extractors being popped out right there and 2 more in the main base. So this is pretty much the point where the Zerg player, or at least Dimaga, is gonna mass up on his gas, because Zerg players really need those gas to help him out in the late or mid to late game stages of this game, as the creep is slowly but surely spreading right here. So BratOk needs to be careful to not allow that creep to go as far as to the middle area of the map. Maybe you can just send out all those marines and just try to pick off some of those creep tumors, which is actually pretty expensive, especially if you are a Zerg player and you only have 2 queens, which in this case Dimaga has 3. The one just dedicated for just pooping out those creep tumors, which is always pretty good. So you always need to try to kill off all those creep tumors to just like lessen the progress of the army of the Zerg player. But anyways, here we go, Tech Labs going down right here, and we have, what do we have? We have Corey with the reactor on the way right now. This is pretty much for the Raven, so we are definitely gonna see some Ravens in a few minutes, I guess, I would assume, after these 2 Banshees, or maybe more Banshees are on the way. No more Banshees. We have just 2 medevacs on the way, and most likely we are gonna see some Ravens on the field as well. We have a 4th hatchery going down for Dimaga as well here in the 3rd natural expansion area. So that's really gonna help him out in production. As this creep started, look at that. That creep start is really just spreading right now. 77 against 70 right now in favor of the red Zerg still. Ooh, look at that. Queen for both of those hatcheries. He's actually making a lot of hatcheries. Let's see how much queens we have. We have only 3 queens, but they also have their own hatcheries to boot. So that's actually pretty good. Here we go. The Banshee is starting to harass right now the 3rd base of Dimaga. Is he gonna force Dimaga to cancel this? We have 1 queen on the field right now. We're gonna try to go for a little bit of denial right here. Oh, that hatchery is really low on HP. An overseer just popped out, but again, there is no cloak research right here. 1 queen is gonna get sniped off. Very nice play. And BratOk is just gonna try his best to micro away from those queens. He's gonna try to snipe up this hatchery. The hatchery is really low on HP right now. Oh, hatchery has 100 HP remaining. Wow, unfortunately for BratOk, he was not able to snipe that off. Unfortunately, really, that's actually pretty bad for him. I think he would just go for it right now. He can just sacrifice those 2 Banshees and just kill off one of the hatchery, which is actually more expensive, I would assume, in terms of economy and minerals, I guess. That's actually much more expensive compared to just losing 1 Banshee or 2 in the process. But anyways, here we go. We're gonna see a drop on the way right now for BratOk. So this might be the party that's gonna be cleaning up this hatchery right here that Dimaga has right now. But then again, we have a spine crawler walking his way up there. We have a ton of Zergis in the field, and we have 10 Mutalisks on the way as well as Baning Speed. And the other side, we have Stimpack being researched. So most likely he's just gonna wait for his timing push to happen right now, as we do have level 1 infantry units as well being upgraded. And more Marines and 2 Ravens. Here we go. Oh, Mutas are gonna go to that Marine Ball. That's actually pretty bad. 2 Mutas just instantly get demolished. Very nice play right there by BratOk. But then here we go. The rest of the army of the Zerg is gonna come in the frame right now. Gonna try to clean up all these Marines. The Marines are gonna get completely wiped out right here. And even the medevacs as well. Not even a chance. There's just a lot of those Zerglings on the field right now. As we check, we have 42 Zerglings on the field, and we have 6 Mutas. So there's like 4 Mutas already killed right there by BratOk. Very nice play. And we have Seeker missiles being researched right now by BratOk. So it's gonna be pretty interesting as how he is gonna be able to use that. Right now, I think he's just trying to maximize his air control because of those but then again, Banshees don't really shoot air. He does have Marines, so those are pretty much good against air. And I don't know, he's just taking advantage of the fact that Zerg players or Zerg is not well equipped with anti-air units. So it's gonna be pretty tricky. We have spore crawlers going down as well all over the field. Pretty crazy stuff. We have, oh, here we go. The Mutas are gonna come in the back right now. Maybe he's gonna try to do some damage. More Mutas are coming in the frame. We have 12 Mutas on the field right now with a ton of Zerglings. That's pretty much all you need right now, I guess, in the playstyle of Dimaga, which is just a ton of Zerglings and some Mutas, and then maybe Banelings, or most likely Banelings as well in the mix. We have 144 against 117 right now. Dimaga just trying to walk away from this game, as this Munoz wall is gonna try to do a little bit of harassment, but then again the rest of the Marine army of BratOk is right there ready to defend as we reach the 160 food count of Dimaga. Wow, that's actually a big lead. That's almost a 50 food lead right there by Dimaga. Imba BratOk needs to just really catch up right now, as he doesn't want to get any more behind in terms of food supply as well. We do have infestation pit on the way right here as well. The question is, maybe he's just gonna tech up to hive. Maybe I don't know. It's always a question whether your opponent or the Zerg player is always gonna go for some infestor play or maybe just hive play. Oh, he was able to force the cancel on the messenger, but that's not really a big deal. Maybe could have killed a couple more SCVs, but then I think it's only the safest thing to do is just kill off all those Marines. But then here we go, Seeker Missile is gonna follow one of those Mutalisks. The Mutalist army is gonna be able to run away. And yep, I don't think it's gonna be reaching the Mutalist army. But then that Seeker Missile was almost on the Mutalist army. But then here we go, the Zergis are gonna surround all of those units. Oh, Seeker Missile hitting all of those Zergis, and the rest of the Mutalist army are gonna go down as well. So much damage being dealt by just 3 Seeker Missiles. Oh my god, very nice. But again, there's just too many Zergis on the field and Banelings as well. Very nice, man. All those Ravens are gonna go down, and all of the Mutalisks are gonna still stay alive here. Gonna try to kill up as many things as they can. Here we go, the rest of the Bailing army are rolling their way to that wall up. The post is gonna be demolished, and the wall is gonna go down. The Marine is gonna be low on count, and BratOk has to GG. Good game right here by Dimaga, taking game number 1 of this best of 3 series. And stick around for game number 2. It's coming right up. Hold on to your seats. We are coming in just 1 second.